Nikita Michaels. I'm from Delft, and I'm 19 years old. Delft is a very poor place. Yeah, my parents can't afford me going to go study, and I want to take my mother out of that place. I love drawing and I like working with my hands. And I thought, what am I going to do? I did apply, I got accepted, didn't have the money for register. And so I was like, what am I going to do and all of that. We were writing our finals, I think it's the last week before our final papers. Our principal came and told us Motus is looking for apprentices. And so I saw, okay, I don't have the resources to go study, but here this opportunity came so I can come here.
Motus has its roots in Imperial. Imperial decided to focus its businesses into two pillars, one being logistics and the other motor. And everything related to motor became Motus.
Motus Corporation Limited, we're a listed company, listed on the stock exchange that was unbundled from the Imperial Group. As a result, we're the biggest motor group in this country. Motors are our game, and we import, retail, rent, provide financial services, and do aftermarket parts. Over time, there's a lot of cars coming into the workshops to be serviced and make sure they're drivable. As a result, we realized that if no one's investing in apprentices of motor vehicles, we had to say, we need to develop the skill. We're the biggest motor group in the country. If we don't do it, no one's going to do it.
We firmly believe in doing hands-on, practical change. So we invested in a technical training academy. The first one was actually done in Cape Town.
Well, the focus at our academy is we do the theory and the practical side of the institutional training. Motor mechanic, diesel, auto elect, motorcycle apprentices. We do all the training, preparing them for trade tests.
I didn't know anything about diesel or motors or gaskets and seals. Like I never knew there was so much stuff in the engine or what. But I came here, they teach me from the bottom, the basics up. And I was like, I doubted myself. And they gave me the confidence also to move further every time.
Our objective here is to produce quality artisans for industry. If you've got a quality artisan, the person that's going to work on the cars, you're going to deliver quality service.
We develop more apprentices than is required by our business, but we develop people so we give them an opportunity to get jobs in other motor groups, other workshops.
In partnership with DDAT, Department of Economic Development and Tourism of Western Cape Government, what we've done is to implement a work readiness program where we prepare them with soft skills, roles and responsibility as an employee, business ethics, finances, communication, how to talk in the industry.
Can I have a dust mask, earplugs and clear goggles, please?
They're here by us for 4 months, and from there we send them out for interviews and get employment.
After that, the work readiness program, Golden Arrow came and looked for panel beaters and spray painters. Mr. Owen also wanted to be panel beater and spray painter, so I raised my hand and now I'm an apprentice at Golden Arrow. I really enjoy spray painting. It's fun and I love working with my hands. For those who want to be in the artisan technical side, it's nice to be in there because industry needs women.
We're changing their lives. Most of them come from predominantly the poorest of the poor areas. And we can see the change in them when they start with this program.
What's nice about artisan training is that it provides a technical skill that's not dependent on getting a formal job. And the more we invest in those type of skills, in technical skills that are practical, that can lead to broader entrepreneurs, who knows when the next person is opening up one dealership that can be the Motus of tomorrow.
The opportunity came in, every door needs a person to go in, and they opened the door for us, especially from where I come from. This opportunity meant like everything to me.
We do a great job in terms of employing people, training people, developing people. But the area that we need to look at was investing in the communities. We started one library and we got into the heads of the children.
Our mandate was to develop maths and science at schools, but the discovery that children couldn't read the maths and science that they were expected to learn led to the establishment of libraries. The Department of Education provides us with proposals from schools that they think are well managed. 90% of them are really poor areas. We set up a library. On average, it's between 5,000 and 6,000 books on the shelves. We decided to staff the libraries and taught our staff how to teach children to read.
When I got this job, I had no experience of working at a library. I knew nothing, but I loved to read. We were trained specifically on how to give books to learners aimed at their level. A lot of learners visited the library. They flocked in huge numbers. And what I realized is that most learners, they were not used to the library. They were intimidated by books. So most of them, even grade 6 and 7 learners, they read foundation phase books. I taught them reading.
The dog sees the owl.
We call it the Library Resource Center because we provide the sort of resource where the teachers can bring them to the library, show them a video, show them lesson plans.
Today, we've got 35 libraries. We're touching the lives of 350,000 people.
The program works. We've seen a positive impact from teachers who use the equipment.
It was a great experience for me to be able to work with children because naturally I love kids. I love to read. Having to be working with them and teaching them how to read, listening to them read, it's a wonderful experience.
My name is Novelas Kosana and I'm attending Pielo Primary. I'm a library monitor and I pack away the books. We didn't have a library, we just had a really abandoned building. We didn't have books, and when we finally had a library, it was just joy. It's my escape from home. I have little siblings and they're all boys, and so I'll go to the library and have my peace of mind there.
We have over 350 dealerships. We employ 15,000 people in South Africa, all of which are on the road every day. So road safety is a sustainability issue that needs to be taken seriously without reducing it to statistics.
My name is Teboho. I work for Active Education. I was born in Soweto. My daughter, Zintle, is a very cautious girl.
Daddy, put on your seatbelt.
She knows everything about road safety due to the past experience that we had. Zintle had an older sister. Her name was Katleho. She died from being knocked over by the car. And that's when my passion started with road safety. We started the road safety campaign, and Motus is there to support us.
What fitted really nicely was it was again focused on education and awareness, because there was a huge gap in schools where children weren't being taught practically about the impact of not being safe.
The road safety program that I implement at the schools consists of 3 sectors. One of them is as a pedestrian, when you walk, what should you do? It's important for you guys to walk on the certain roads and to cross in certain places. And then we also teach them how to behave when they're in a car and the responsibility that they need to take to advise their parents not to use a cell phone, not to put on makeup, not to drink and drive. Learners tend to play anywhere else, including the road. We need to make sure that you only play in certain areas that are safe for you not to be knocked over.
I need to see your hands. Come, don't be lazy, man. You're not playing this weather, man. Come on, let's go. 1,
A campaign that's very entertaining and educationally at the same time. It's also been supported by the Department of Education.
The creation of awareness of how important just the basics are, especially at a foundational level, and empowering young children to say, I should take responsibility, because as much as I'm subject to an adult driving or an adult assisting me, if I don't put my hand up and say, no, this isn't the behaviors, how are we going to get anywhere in society?
When I'm driving and I see a learner who's in a uniform and wearing a motor sash, it becomes a joy to me. I look at the child and I know that that child is gonna make it home, is safe, because now the sash is very much more reflective and the drivers can see even during misty or rainy or dark situations. If they're wearing that, that means they were listening to me. And that means I've reached my goal.
We educate children on making sure that their scholar patrols and the crossing of roads and the mentality they have is what we want to teach them. And so far, we've touched the lives of 1.4 million children. So on the one side, we're touching our children's lives through hunger for learning. On the other side, we want to keep them safe, making sure we develop them with a culture of safety. So if we impact the lives of these children, we're impacting a lot more. The ripple effect it will have on our communities, that's what we want to leave behind as a corporate.
I have found my passion and my career because, when you work in a library, you learn lots and lots of things. You read all the time. Whether you like it or not, you learn.
Because of the opportunity I got with Motus, it made me see that there's more opportunities and more apprenticeships available. There is a future, there is something you can go do.